How does a woman who built a billion-dollar empire on oversharing suddenly become a master of hiding? And what happens when her carefully constructed fortress collides with a boyfriend who thinks a child-free life is literally bleak? The cameras flashed, the crowd froze. And just like that, Hollywood had a new obsession. Two massive empires colliding and one burning question on everyone's lips. Are they ready for the ultimate commitment?
Oh, man.
Welcome to Starscope Report. Join Jordan and Jamie as we uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and viral influencer scandals. From red carpet surprises to social media controversies, we dive deep into the stories behind the fame.
Yeah, we do.
So today we are diving deep into a stack of contrasting sources. We've got everything from Vogue and Vanity Fair to Page Six, TMZ, and Globe magazine.
A lot of reading for this one.
Right. And we really want to uncover the machinery and the very real human tension behind the headline that is currently dominating the internet. Kylie Jenner reveals whether she plans to have kids with Timothée Chalamet.
It really is, it's the defining pop culture narrative of the moment, isn't it?
Oh, totally.
Because we aren't just watching two famous people date. We are watching the collision of two completely different, systems of fame.
Yeah.
On one side, you have reality TV royalty, where access is literally currency.
Right. The more you share, the better.
Exactly. And on the other side, you have prestige cinema, where mystery is currency. And right in the middle of that intersection, they are trying to navigate this very relatable, very human question of family timelines.
And the clash in those timelines is wild when you actually look at the quotes we pulled. Let's start with the bombshell from Kylie's side, because she is firmly bucking a major trend in her own family.
She really is.
Right now, at 29 years old, Kylie Jenner is stating with 99.9% certainty that she will not use a surrogate for any future children.
Wow.
Yeah, she has drawn a massive line in the sand between herself and the established Kardashian-Jenner playbook.
Which is a profound structural shift for that family. If we look at the broader context of the Kardashian-Jenner brand, surrogacy hasn't just been a medical alternative.
No.
It became a highly visible, almost industrialized part of expanding their empires.
Right, because Kim famously welcomed Shakadr and Psalm via surrogate.
Yes.
And Khloe welcomed her son, Tatum, the exact same way.
Right. And the mechanism there is that it allowed them to continue the massive operational output of their businesses without the physical pause of pregnancy.
Yeah, they could keep filming, keep doing photo shoots.
Exactly. So for Kylie to publicly and definitively step away from that path, it's a powerful statement about how she views, the commodification of motherhood.
Yeah, and the way she revealed it felt very intentional, too. We have to look at the recent episode of Khloe's Hulu series, The Girls.
Oh, yeah, this scene.
There's this scene where Kylie is on a FaceTime call with her close friend, Iris Palmer. And Iris is actually the one who brings up the topic.
Right. She mentions she's considering expanding her own family with a surrogate.
Right. And Kylie drops what feels like a highly unscripted reality check. She admits that the mere idea of getting pregnant right now feels, in her exact words, insane.
That word insane, it carries so much weight when you analyze her daily bandwidth.
Oh, absolutely.
Because she is 29, she had Stormy at just 20 years old.
Basically a kid herself.
Right. And she has spent her entire 20s, not just as a mother to two kids, but simultaneously building, running, and then eventually selling stakes in a global cosmetics empire.
Yeah, the logistics alone.
The sheer logistical operation required to manage Kylie Cosmetics, raise 8-year-old Stormy and 4-year-old Air, and maintain her status as a global influencer is staggering.
Right.
So, of course, the thought of a third pregnancy right now feels insane to her. She wants to claim some of her own autonomy.
Right, because when Iris presses her on the surrogacy route as an alternative, basically offering the family's go-to solution for that lack of bandwidth, Kylie immediately shuts it down.
Just immediately.
Yeah, she says, I don't think so. I don't want to say no, but I'm like 99.9% sure I couldn't do that.
Wow.
And she points out that she already has, big, healthy babies, meaning she has no medical reason to use a surrogate, so she simply wouldn't do it.
What she's doing there is decoupling the expectation of convenience from the reality of motherhood.
Yeah.
By pointing out the lack of a medical necessity, she's subtly pushing back against the normalization of surrogacy as a purely lifestyle choice within her inner circle.
Wait, I have to jump in here, though.
Go for it.
I don't totally buy that this is purely about claiming her independence and rejecting convenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, isn't this just a highly calculated rebrand? Look at who she's dating.
Okay, fair point.
She's trading the reality TV playbook for the prestige Hollywood playbook.
Huh.
The Kardashians historically rely on hypervisibility and rapid expansion.
Right.
But prestige actors, they rely on a sort of guarded artisanal exclusivity.
Oh, artisanal exclusivity. I like that.
Right. So by saying no to surrogacy and not right now to pregnancy, isn't she just adopting Timothee's brand of slow, intentional, mysterious living?
That's a really compelling way to look at the PR mechanics of it. It is what you might call a submarine strategy.
A submarine strategy.
Okay.
Protect that.
So for years, her brand was a cruise ship.
Brightly lit, everyone's invited.
Brightly lit, highly visible, everyone on board. Now she's operating like a submarine. She goes dark, she stays submerged in privacy, and she only surfaces for air exactly when and where she wants to.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Rejecting the industrialization of surrogacy fits perfectly into that new, grounded, prestige aesthetic. It aligns her much more closely with the world Timothee inhabits.
But while she is pulling back and operating this submarine, what is he doing?
Right.
Because as we dive deeper into the sources, we find out Kylie might be hitting the brakes on baby number 3. But Timothee's answer to the family question might actually shock you. And it involves a surprisingly old-school, almost traditionalist view on human existence.
It completely flips the expected dynamic on its head.
So he just hit a major milestone. He turned 30 in December.
Huge milestone in Hollywood.
Yeah, and if you look at the mechanism of the Hollywood leading man, this is exactly the age where the PR strategy shifts. We are seeing his peers all settle down.
Oh, yeah, Zendaya is engaged to Tom Holland.
Right. Anya Taylor-Joy is married. The young Hollywood elite are rapidly transitioning into their domestic eras.
It's a very real career transition. Hitting 30 in Hollywood often comes with a strategic and personal desire to, graduate from the young heartthrob era into the established patriarch era.
Yeah, it lends a gravitas to the roles they are offered.
Exactly. But for Timothee, it seems to go far beyond just a career strategy.
Oh, he is sprinting toward that patriarch mindset.
We've got a deeply revealing Vogue cover interview where he dropped a massive confession.
I read this and my jaw dropped.
Right. He told the interviewer that he and a friend were recently watching a video of a celebrity who, by the way, remains unnamed, bragging online about being child-free.
This celebrity was talking about how amazing it is to have unlimited free time to do whatever they wanted. Timothee said he and his friend just looked at each other and said, bleak.
Bleak. Think about the judgment packed into that one syllable.
So much judgment.
It is an incredibly definitive word choice.
And he doubled down.
Yeah.
He went on to declare that procreation is the reason we're here.
Right.
He is 100% all in on wanting to be a dad. He specifically pointed to his Dune director, Denis Villeneuve, as his ultimate role model.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Yeah, because Villeneuve is a master of this highly demanding craft, but he's also known as an incredibly present family man who literally cries on set when his kids surprise him. That is the exact life Timothee says he wants.
This is where we hit the fundamental ideological friction. You have Kylie, who recently told Vanity Fair that before she even thinks about expanding her family, she is fiercely focused on herself.
Right, herself, her business.
Traveling with her current kids, enjoying her hard-earned free time. And then you have Timothee looking at the exact desire for child-free personal time and labeling it bleak.
Yeah, bleak.
To him, procreation isn't a phase, it's the entire point of the human experience. It is a fascinating timeline clash.
It's the ultimate modern dating struggle, just playing out with billions of dollars in paparazzi. I mean, what do you do when you are deeply in love with someone, but your timelines for starting a family are 5 years apart?
Exactly. For the average person, it's a tough conversation over dinner.
Right.
For them, it's a global narrative. And the pressure to sync those timelines isn't just internal.
Which brings us to the architect herself. Because we cannot talk about a Kardashian-Jenner relationship without bringing in Kris Jenner.
The Monger master plan is always in motion. Always.
Always. According to Globe magazine, Kris Jenner is absolutely thrilled by Timothee's baby fever.
I bet she is.
Insiders say she wants more grandkids ASP, and she thinks Timothee is the absolute perfect son-in-law for the Kardashian brand portfolio.
Brand portfolio, I love that.
And she hasn't been subtle. She out here leaving glowing comments on Timothee's mama's Instagram page.
Oh my gosh.
And the ultimate flex, she put Timothee's name on the official Kardashian family Christmas gingerbread house.
Okay, the gingerbread house is the ultimate binding contract in that family.
It really is.
It's not just icing, it's brand synergy. When Kris Jenner puts your name on that roof, it operates almost like a corporate merger.
Yes.
She recognizes the immense cultural capital that an Oscar-nominated actor brings to the table. It diversifies their portfolio, elevating them from reality TV fame to Hollywood royalty by association.
Okay, let me interrupt you right there because I have to ask. Is Kris just treating this relationship like a movie studio casting a blockbuster?
Probably.
Like, yes, bring me the prestige actor to elevate our reality brand. Are they rushing the idea of this blended family just because the cultural capital exchange is phenomenally good for business?
See, that is the eternal Kardashian paradox. The line between genuine family joy and brand optimization doesn't just blur, it doesn't exist.
It's the same thing for them.
Exactly. Two things can be entirely true at the same time. Kris Jenner can see the massive prestige and dollar signs of this union, and Timothee can genuinely love the family life.
And the sources do back that up, the loving the family life part. Reports from US Weekly note that over the last 3 years, Timothee has slowly and very carefully integrated into Stormi and Air's lives.
Which is huge.
Yeah, Kylie kept that part of her life fiercely protected at first, but now he is spending significant time with them, and the kids reportedly think he's super fun.
Which proves he isn't just romanticizing the idea of fatherhood from afar, right? He's actively participating in the messy, on-the-ground reality of being a stepdad.
Right.
It backs up his quotes to Vogue.
It does. And hey, if you're loving these Hollywood twists and the psychology behind them, make sure you're subscribed. We've got even crazier stories ahead.
So much crazy stuff coming.
Because so far, we have a couple deeply in love, he's integrating with the kids, and the momager totally approves. But what happens when their carefully guarded submarine strategy violently collides with a depth charge on Hollywood's biggest night?
Oh, this was so bad.
Later, as we continue to dive into the sources, we'll talk about the highly awkward family run-in nobody saw coming, and trust me, it completely shatters the illusion they've built.
The contrast between the private bubble they've engineered and the public reality they can't control is just stark.
Right, so they've built this beautiful, isolated fortress. But fortresses aren't built for real life.
No, they are not.
And real life came crashing down on them in the most uncomfortable way possible at the Academy Awards.
I watched this live and I literally hid behind my hands.
Same. The headline across the internet the next morning wasn't about who won Best Picture. It was, after 3 years of dating an excruciatingly awkward family encounter, has the internet questioning absolutely everything about the foundation of Kylie and Timothee's relationship?
To understand why this specific moment was so jarring to witness, we really need to break down the PR mechanics of how fiercely they've guarded their narrative up to this point.
Right, let's look at the slow drip soft launch. They met in early 2023 and kept it totally underground.
Super quiet.
The mechanism here relies heavily on publicists and paparazzi negotiations. They finally made their red carpet debut in Rome for an awards show. Highly controlled, beautifully lit.
Oh, it's stunning.
Then came reports of these idyllic double vacations in Malibu with Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi.
Right.
And finally, Timothee shouting out his partner of 3 years during his acceptance speeches at the Golden Globes.
It was a masterclass in presenting an impenetrable front. I mean, they only allowed the public to consume their relationship on their exact terms.
Until the 2026 Academy Awards. Let's set the scene, because the tension in the Dolby Theater that night was electric.
So electric.
Timothee is sitting in the audience, sporting a totally shaved head for his new movie, Marty Supreme. He's nominated, the envelope opens, and he loses the Oscar.
Which is brutal.
It's an incredibly vulnerably tough moment to experience on live television. Kylie is sitting right beside him. And in that moment of defeat, his sister, actress Kylie Chalamet, walks over to him in the audience.
And this is exactly where the tightly controlled submarine breaches the surface in a very, very messy way.
It was caught on camera for the entire world to analyze. Pauline walks up. Kylie looks visibly shocked to see her.
Yes.
And what follows is a polite, incredibly stiff hug between Kylie Jenner and Pauline Chalamet. Let me tell you, they looked less like sisters-in-law who have been integrating their lives for 3 years and more like two absolute strangers meeting for the very first time at a corporate networking event.
We have all experienced the universal horror of an awkward greeting with an in-law.
All the worst.
You panic. Do I go for the hug, the handshake, the cheek kiss? It's relatable, but magnify that moment of hesitation and stiffness by a billion people watching live.
It's a PR nightmare.
It really is.
But it's more than just an awkward hug, right? It exposed a massive flaw in their strategy.
Yes, exactly. By keeping their lives so fiercely separate, by never doing the messy, organic, blended family outings in public, this one stiff interaction invited massive speculation.
Because the internet immediately fired off the question.
Oh, immediately. Has Kylie ever even met his family before this night? Have they been dating for 3 years? And she is practically a stranger to his own sister.
It reveals the massive gap between the illusion of intimacy they project and the actual logistics of their reality.
Yeah.
They live in two completely different stratospheres. Kylie is rooted in Calabasas, running a corporate empire with hundreds of employees while raising 2 children who are in school.
Right.
Timothee is a nomadic actor. He is flying all over the world, spending 6 months in the desert for Dune or completely immersed in New York for Marty Supreme.
Right, he's never in one place.
So it is entirely plausible and honestly highly likely that despite 3 years of dating, their extended families have rarely, if ever, occupied the same physical space. Which makes me question the viability of it all. Can a relationship actually survive when the two worlds are kept this separate?
That's a good question.
It feels like Timothee and Kylie exist in a beautiful, isolated vacuum. They go on these highly manicured double dates in Malibu. They attend glamorous award shows together. He hangs out with her kids inside the gates of her mansion.
Yeah.
But the Oscars broke the seal on that vacuum. Real life, in the form of his sister simply walking up to say hello, proved that the vacuum isn't real.
It highlights a major structural vulnerability. If you keep your worlds hermetically sealed to protect your privacy.
The submarine.
Right. If you rely entirely on the submarine strategy, you prevent the organic, messy blend-in of families that a long-term partnership actually requires to survive.
Yeah.
When Timothee talks to Vogue about how child-free life is bleak and procreation is the point of life, he's talking about a village. He's talking about integration. But that Oscars moment showed the world that they haven't built a village yet. They've just built a fortress for 2.
Wow. A fortress for 2. That is such a vivid way to put it. Stay tuned and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next as we continue to uncover the truth behind the red carpet, because the psychology behind how these stars build their lives is endlessly fascinating.
It really is. And when we pull all of these threads together from our sources today, we are left with a profoundly complex tapestry. It's not just celebrity gossip.
No.
It is a case study in modern relationship dynamics under extreme pressure.
We have Kylie drawing a hard line in the sand. She is actively rejecting the surrogacy template of her family, essentially saying, I have healthy kids, but right now the operational toll of being pregnant again is insane. I need my time, my business, my submarine.
And on the exact opposite side, looking at the same calendar, we have Timothee, a young man transitioning into his patriarch era, looking at directors he admires who are devoted fathers, and publicly declaring that a life without children is bleak.
Yeah.
He is 100% ready to build that village, and Kris Jenner is sitting in the boardroom with the gingerbread icing ready to sign the contract.
So here is the ultimate question for us and for everyone listening to mull over. If Timothee fundamentally believes that procreation is the core purpose of his next chapter, but Kylie wants to fiercely protect her newfound autonomy, reject the rush, and focus on her empire before having a third child.
Right.
Who compromises first on that timeline?
That is the crux of the entire deep dive, because in any relationship, timelines are rarely perfectly synchronized.
Ever.
But when you inject the pressure of global fame, billion-dollar businesses, and intense public scrutiny into that gap, those timeline differences act like a pressure cooker.
Will that Hollywood pressure cooker forge them into the ultimate grounded power family that successfully merges prestige cinema with reality royalty? Or will these fundamental timeline differences and the struggle to actually blend their isolated fortresses into a real village eventually break them apart? It's something they're going to have to figure out far away from the flash of the cameras. You've been listening to Starscope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood music and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.